So, James, Pam says the government's doing a lot of good stuff. You're on the Conservative Treasury front bench, aren't you? I know it's easy to point the finger at the government, but give me your top transformative policy that would make people in that film feel better.
Well, first of all, we've seen inflation go up since the election. It's higher than it was. People are seeing that in their food shop. They're seeing that in their meal deal at lunchtimes. And they're now seeing their council tax, their energy bills, their water bills. They're all going in the right direction.
So what would you do?
This week in Parliament, we were debating the finance bill. What does that do? Puts up taxes by £26 billion. We oppose that. We oppose the increases in people's income tax, the increased taxes on savers, the increased taxes on motorists, the increased taxes. Pensioners are going to start paying tax on their state pension due to the changes that have been made on the income tax threshold. So we need to get the burden off the British people, off British business, so that they can have more money in their pocket.
James has got those answers.
Something needs to change, James.
So is this desire to try and recruit more magistrates a good idea?
Absolutely, and we had similar initiatives under the last Conservative government. I think magistrates do a fantastically important role. Their volunteers are making a big difference in our communities, but they're under great pressure, and some of the reforms that the government wants to bring in terms of scrapping sentences for offences below 12 months will put more demands on the probation service, which the magistrates' courts rely on, and that's going to cause problems. And then the government wants to get rid of jury trials as well. So what they should be doing is having more Crown Court sitting days. There are more days available. Every day, 10–15% of Crown Courts aren't being used when they could be, and it's not actually a lot of money that could be put in there, but the government's refusing to do that.
Pam, Kings Lynn doesn't have a town council, does it, James?
It doesn't have a town council.
Should it?
Well, there's a whole reorganisation of local government. We're not quite sure where that's going to fall out. There are other groups within Kings Lynn that represents the area, and we've been very successful in securing large amounts of investment into the town. Whether people want to have more councillors, more politicians, I'm not sure about that.
But you mentioned that big reorganisation. So the idea is that we have fewer, bigger councils. So is there not an argument for those people on the ground working a lot at the parish councils to do more?
Potentially, but I'm supporting having a West Norfolk unitary that will be based in Kings Lynn. We'll wait and see what the government decides. We certainly want to have local elections happening in May and not have those cancelled by the government again.
OK, which is